Hey guys, and welcome back to the Geek Street where the street speaks. Once again, my name is Jess, and I have my buddies over here, Sean, Eric, and Arvin. Say hi, guys.
What's up,
Sup?
guys?
Hello, hello,
Mm.
hello.
Okay, as you all know, I got new headphones. It's actually not new headphones. I borrowed my wife's work headphones. So please, if you guys want to donate headphones to me, please do.
Help a veteran get a warm meal.
Okay, so the reason we are doing this video here is to break down Obi Wan episode 3. It actually took us by surprise because we initially thought since episode 1 and 2 came out last Friday, so we thought it's going to be Fridays, and I think even in our promo video also I mentioned that it's going to come out every Fridays, and suddenly bam, it just came out on Wednesday, and we are like, oh crap, we
We
need
were
to.
not prepared at all.
Yeah, and we somehow had to fit in watching that episode in our busy schedule, and we are doing this, so we are not that late. So yeah, Obi-Wan episode 3. I think the episode is just getting better and better. Whoever watched the episode, you guys know what we're talking about. So let's jump into the breakdown of Obi-Wan episode 3. Okay, so basically the scene picks up from episode 2 where Obi-Wan and little young Leia escapes from planet Dayu, and they are in this transport uh, star cruiser kind of thing, right? So during the scene, Obi-Wan, you can see that he's still trying to commune with Master Qui-Gon. So we know that it wasn't like a one-time thing they showed in the first episode or what. He's constantly trying to commune. So it further strengthens the fact that somehow Master Qui-Gon is going to appear in the episode. If not, they won't be showing him just blankly going to someone and calling out someone and then just end the series like that. So yeah,
No,
hopefully.
I think one thing I want to emphasize or take note on is that it shows that Obi-Wan at that point is still a Padawan. Like he still needs his master. He's not ready to work alone or work without any training or something. So I think that shows a lot lah. That he has a lot of things going on before we see him become that Obi-Wan in.
Obi-Wan is trying to commune with Qui-Gon, and then we see this awesome scene, which I don't think they've actually shown, because throughout our lives watching Star Wars, we always wonder how did Anakin Skywalker put on the suit, like that. Does he like? I mean, I'm pretty sure in the comics they would have shown it, but this is the first time in live action they actually showed him suiting up, and it actually gives a lot more depth into the suit, because when we see the suit, we just see fabric. But then when you read about the suit, it actually explains in the canon universe, what kind of materials are being used and everything. So it emphasizes a lot. So this scene actually shows that the inner workings of the suit. It looked like some kind of Iron Man suit up kind of thing. And then of course when the helmet goes down, you hear that whirring noise like "Chwee!" And that's the exact same sound you see in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith when that mask finally goes down. So yeah, I think it was really really cool, that part. Okay, and then of course we see him in his throne world, which is Mustafa. That is of course the same planet where the duel between him and Obi-Wan took place, and where he actually almost died and was saved by what's the guy name?
Palpatine.
I was thinking Platypus. Yes, Arvind.
You having Phineas and Ferb fever now, is it? Yes.
I was thinking Barry the Platypus. So yeah, he's in Mustafa, and he talks to Reva, and here we see what Reva really wants. The third sister really wants. She wants to be Grand Inquisitor. That's why she went and stab the bald guy over there. Okay, so Obi-Wan and Leia did.
First, I just want to say something because I mean it was so cool about Darth Vader and all, but then I had one disappointment throughout the whole episode. They
Was
did
it?
not use the Darth Vader theme song.
Um,
Yeah,
I
I was
think not yet. Maybe
Yeah,
not
maybe
yet.
not yet. Yeah, of course. But I just felt like because he appeared, right? Like that is like another hype, So I was like waiting for it, but then I was still like fine because like now Eric said like yeah, maybe somewhere along the episode they will bring the soundtrack. But I was just a little bit disappointed. We have that Vader, like that theme song, we all grow the theme song.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
because because during this whole episode, right, I feel like they still want us to see him as Anakin.
Yeah.
We see the scene. I mean, later we will go there, but the scene where he was there with just a human form, and then we also see how he suits up. Anakin suits up, and then we see how Anakin has no mercy later. So it's more on him before he comes Darth Vader, and like in the latest trilogy of Kylo Ren and everything, they always say that you have to face your biggest nightmare of fear. Only then you become your ultimate self. So I think at one point we will see him becoming Darth Vader, not by killing Obi Wan, but some other events lah. I think this series is also about him. We just haven't seen it yet. There's another 3 more episodes. Yeah.
3 more episodes. Yeah.
And also another thing also like we all thought I mean there were people saying circulating around that the voice for Darth Vader it's not James Earl Jones. They just use his tune and then they auto tune and then just like use his play around with the audio recordings and stuff. But then they actually brought back James Earl Jones, the OG, and then like when they actually his voice like oh my god, all just the whole childhood relive again.
Actually, the whole Darth Vader moment, right, is damn cool. But the only thing I was pretty down about is this is the first time we're seeing him so close in detail. Like you can actually see his pants were like some kind of like spacesuit pants, like those NASA people wear. And you can see it so clear, You're like, so why is his pants so freaking weird? Like, why is he not wearing some black slacks or something? But his one is all like spongy, like those NASA people wear. Like so weird.
Yeah, that's how his suit has always been, with all the paddings and all.
Yeah, but we just never see it this close, Or
Yeah.
this detail. Last time it was like what? Not even 4K. Now we can actually see it in like 1080p and 4K. It's so clear.
You have to pity that guy. Like he also got burn scars. Now you can actually see how his burn scars are actually so detailed. His burn scars are all over the body. So yeah, so it's okay. Let him wear his spacesuit. Darth Vader is still Darth Vader.
Sean, wait, you were saying something.
Yeah, no. For me, what I was like talking about the what they call James Earl Jones, right? You cannot have Obi-Wan speak if you don't have James Earl Jones. That's how
Darth
iconic
Vader.
his voice has become to Darth Vader. Yeah, what I said earlier.
You say Obi Wan.
Sorry, yeah, Darth Vader, right? So I think it is iconic that if you use Hayden Christensen's voice and you auto tune it, however, so if it's not going to sound like James Earl Jones, it's going to turn a lot of people off, lah. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I just went like when I heard him talking. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the whole ordeal with Darth Vader and everything, and then it jumps back to Obi Wan and Leia, and they reach the planet Mapuzo. Sounds so funky, Mapuzo. So apparently Mapuzo is a new planet in the Star Wars lore. It's a mining system, and mentioned that it was once lush with life, with families and everything, and then it was destroyed. So probably this planet will come into canon in the future.
It sounds a lot like Thanos, destroying half the planet.
Yeah. They ravage all the planets and all. So while they were on planet Mapuzo, Obi-Wan sees what Eric mentioned earlier, an image of Anakin, who is played by Hayden Christensen, standing there. And I don't really know what does that mean. He just sees it for a while. So, and at the same time, they show Reva arriving on a base, probably one of the Imperial's base, and you wanted to hear the Imperial March, right? But this was sort of like a new take, it sort of sounded like the Imperial March, but like a modern version with a like that. So yeah, it was kind of cool. And she mentions that need to send the pods and everything, and then they go searching out for Obi-Wan.
Okay, wait. There's one thing I want to say about that whole scene. I cannot quote what she said, but she said something about hope, right? there was that scene, right? She said something about hope, and she was very mellow, like saying like not in angry voice, but in a very neutral sort of.
Oh,
that what's his third brother? Is he third brother, right?
Yeah,
Fifth
yeah.
brother.
After fighting the fifth
Your
brother.
brother.
fifth brother will say, "I hope you get. I hope I
What you
get what I deserve, and you too."
Okay, and then
Then she said hope.
she says in a very mellow and normal and scared and like neutral way that she says that I hope I get it too, something like that, something along that lines.
I hope certainly not. I think for him, I think so. That's what she said.
No,
Yeah,
no. She said what
hope
Eric
I
said.
get what I hope I get it too, or something like that. Something that trying to say that she gets what she deserves, right? Okay, my point is who uses the word hope, right?
Yeah.
We all know who uses the word hope, and the way she said it was very mellow, not like the kind of fierce thing like, okay, I hope I get it. So like you know that she really wants it, but this sounds like she's kind of like scared, and she just hopes that things turn plot twist and goes to their way, you know. So when I watched that scene, I remember someone said it last recording that she could be good, right? So after I watched the scene, I was kind of convinced already, like 50-50.
I think Sean said it right.
Yeah. I said
Yeah,
that.
after that scene, I kind of like 50-50 about, because that hope word is very strong, one, and two, the way she said it. So and it's about something they deserve, you know. So maybe she doesn't want the throne. Maybe she thinks she deserves freedom or something else. You know, who knows? But we have to see that. But I think throughout the episode goes, like my 50-50 drops back to 70-30. I think I'll explain it later when we go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if she wants to become Grand Inquisitor so that she can kill Darth Vader?
Nah,
Could be.
Yeah,
But-
right.
So much of killing to get killed Darth Vader. You know how much of people they killed.
Yeah, to go up the ranks lah, and then you know. So yeah, we are back on Planet Mapuzo. Obi Wan and Leia hitch a ride with this ground mole looking alien named Frack. Frack was is voiced by Zach Braff. So those of you guys do not know Zach Braff, he's JD from Scrubs, the series. Yeah. Whoever loves Scrubs, I remember I love watching Scrubs every time after school. So yeah, I love Zach Braff. And yeah, they mentioned that they faked and said that they are from Tall. So I guess Tall is like a city from another planet or something. And while they are on the ride, the stormtroopers come, and then Obi-Wan accidentally mentions Leia instead of Luma because they use their fake names, right? So over there you can see how painful it is for Leia when she asks Obi-Wan, "Are you my real father?" It means she knows that Bail Organa and the wife, they are not her real parents, and she's out there trying to find her real parents. So yeah,
And also, I just want to note that if people thought that, I mean, some people think that only Luke, just because Luke and Leia, they are twins, but then some people thought that overall in the whole Star Wars lore, they thought that Leia does not tap into the Force. She's not Force sensitive. Only Luke is, but she is. But then as days went by, when she becomes teenage, and as she gets to know Luke, and then they become siblings or whatever all over again, she decided to put the Force, her powers side, because she feels like she's a better leader than a Jedi, because she's a senator, right? So she's a better leader, and so that's why she put the Force. So she's actually Force sensitive, and I believe that she did not fully read Obi-Wan's mind, but her feelings towards that gut feeling grew inside of her. That's why she asked, you do know my real parents? Are you my real father? And those kind of questions pop out.
Actually, she did. We did see her train with Luke in what series was that?
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. And Leia was also Force sensitive when she could sense that Luke was around in the final trilogy. So it's not that she dropped her Force over. She just didn't practice it. She didn't strengthen it. So she just left it there.
Yeah, that's why she really can feel it and stuff. She cannot do hold, grab, that kind of.
Hey, technically she still can. Technically she saved herself from space, remember?
she flew.
She flew.
Oh, yeah.
She just didn't practice. She has. She just didn't
Yeah.
Practice.
fortify it and practice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both
of
of you
course,
are right,
being
lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, being a daughter of a Jedi, I think maybe she was the Jedi that never was lah. You know, she could have been a Jedi if she
Mm,
Yeah,
pursued it, but maybe she felt that she could have used her other talents or other,
yeah.
mm,
for better things lah. Yep.
yeah. So she trained, but she just didn't use like for backup purposes in case she need to fly in space or
Yeah.
something like that. So and here's the interesting part when she asked about her family, Obi-Wan explains that he was taken away from his family when he was young. He just remembers like images of his father's hands, the mother's shawl, and then he mentions a baby, and then Leia asked if you had a brother. Okay, so now here's the thing, I did some deep research into it. um, it's sort of in the canon universe, Obi-Wan's brother, secret brother, is actually Owen Last, which is Luke's uncle.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is in the expanded universe, and apparently this was actually in the script for the original Star Wars trilogy, but then it was taken out from the script, so they didn't really explain. But in the canon comics, it was explained. But then over the years, it was forgotten, and then the story changed a bit, saying that Obi-Wan actually saw the future of Luke and Owen. So Owen is probably like Luke Skywalker's stepbrother. It came out like that. But now probably they want to bring back the story. Maybe, Owen is actually Obi-Wan's brother. So maybe that's why you see that kind of tension. Like why do they have that kind of tension? Get away from Luke and everything. So we'll see. I don't know why would they suddenly mention about him having a brother. So maybe it might go there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like they won't even. And the way you see, there's a feeling towards it, right?
Mm.
Like when he talks about his brother, so there's a feeling to it. So they may or may not, but then I mean, we're talking about Star Wars and stuff, and of course Disney, who withholds Marvel and stuff. So they do fan favorite things, and they connect the dots, all come back in one circle.
Mhm.
So the possibilities are there, but we'll see how.
Yeah.
I feel that they won't outright say it. They will just make us theorize and continue to theorize because they cannot connect it that way because they already the what comes after is a new hope and we already know what happens and so on and so forth. They did not make any reference. So for them to say that it's only the brother, then all that thing in New Hope, where they didn't explore that would be, so hence maybe they'll just maybe it is true, but they will not talk about it in the open lah. They'll just make us like believe or theorize and stuff like that. So
I will agree with Sean lah. I think it's just like to give him a bit of background. I think we don't have any background on Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan,
so this
yeah.
is just a little bit of his history, a little bit of his past that we get to tap. That's it lah. That's all. That's at most we're gonna get about his history or his past, and then after that it's just backdated to the first Phantom Menace where he was trained under Qui-Gon lah. That was it. So at least a little bit of backstory we get from it, his history or his past.
Okay. Okay, moving on. So after he shares that, and then they get stopped at one of the guard posts, and of course Obi-Wan fights his way through with the stormtroopers and everything, and then an Imperial officer actually comes and helps them out, and turns out this is Tala. So Tala is also a new character in the Star Wars lore. Okay, and she brings them into like a safe hideout, and they meet a new droid called Net 8. So Net 8 works in an automated workshop, and they were also planning to escape to the planet Jabim. So Jabim is also an active planet in the Star Wars lore. During the Clone Wars, this was one of the planets that actually held one of the biggest battles during that time. Okay, we won't go much into that. And there's a reference of Quinlan Vos. Okay, so when Obi-Wan reads the inscriptions on the wall, he mentioned that Quinlan was here. So Quinlan, you won't see him in the Star Wars movies, but you actually see him in the animated series. So this is how strongly I wouldn't say strongly, but like more like a deep cut reference that Quinlan was in the animated series, the Clone Wars. He was sort of Obi-Wan's best ally, and he was a Jedi Master as well. and he's referenced over here in this thing. So yeah, they talk about Quinlan Voss and everything, and then he mentions this line that Quinlan wrote: "Only when your eyes are closed, that's when you can truly see." Okay, so there's a lot of, and then when Leia asks him, what do you see? He says the way.
This
This
is
is
the way.
this is the way. So the way is a very strong following that the Mandalorians used. They say this is the way, the way, the way. But I don't know whether does this tie in to the Mandalorian, because the Mandalorian doesn't take place in the same timeline as Obi-Wan. It happens later on. But probably, the Jedi and the Mandalorians at some point share the same belief, the way, or because when you read the subtitle, it's not small letters,
Yeah,
like it doesn't say the way. He's referencing it to something, a structure, the
yeah,
way. So probably that's the one.
yeah.
We won't know. Maybe later on you'll go deeper into that. So yeah, and then Tala also says that this is for Sean, for Sean. Leia asked what happened to the Jedi's. She said they said that the Siths or the Inquisitors come and kill the Jedi's or something. And then she says, what happened to Jedi's? And then Tala says, not only the Jedi, but even the children or anyone who is force sensitive. So basically, who, and she says we don't know what happened to them because we don't see them anymore. So the reason why they are being kidnapped, whoever is force sensitive is being kidnapped, is to join the Inquisitors. So the Inquisitors are also made up from children who are force sensitive and also Jedi's.
Yeah. Force sensitive and Jedi. We agree on that one.
Yeah. I'm just re-emphasizing on that.
No, hence why I think we spoke that why Reva was I think one of those child that in the beginning one of this young kid could have been her lah. So hence goes back to the story whether she's good or she's bad or so yeah.
Yeah. There's hidden agenda. We still don't know what does she really want, right? So, and this is where the cool thing happens. They almost wanted to escape through the back door, which they call the path, and then Darth Vader comes in, and of course we know that Obi-Wan is merciless and brutal. Okay, especially in the comics, you see him go on murderous rampages and everything. But in the movies, you see most of the time he's just choking people, and they die. I guess he just loves choking. But in this, you see him snap a boy's neck.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about Obi-Wan or Anakin?
Anakin. Darth Vader.
Sorry, did I mention Obi-Wan? Did I do the same thing as Sean? Darth Vader. Yeah, Darth Vader. Like he's so brutal. He actually killed the kid. He just snapped the neck and everything, and he had no reason to. It's not like the kid was his enemy or something. So
No, but this one wasn't as brutal as Rogue One lah. Rogue One, he just sliced everybody up. Remember that whole scene?
yeah,
That
yeah.
one was.
I mean, it's just the beginning of the
That was his
episode.
bad. That was his worst act lah.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, that's a brutal. But like even in Rogue One when he sliced through, it's because they were considered threats to him, right? Because they
Yeah.
were stopping him. That kid didn't do anything. He just went and killed the kid, and then he just dragged the woman for nothing, and then just left her. So I guess this actually shows that this Anakin is still the young Anakin that is full of rage,
Yeah.
that he murders without thinking. He does things without thinking, like he hasn't calmed down yet, and he's just pissed off.
Actually, it's not just that lah. I think at that point, all of them still goes by the theory that the Jedi's hunt themselves. It was a good bait that Obi-Wan just came out. If he didn't do that, Obi-Wan would have just ran, and they all know that. In order, just like how Reva sliced the lady's hand, but that wasn't enough for Obi-Wan to come out. If it was a death, he would have came out already. But he didn't. So, but this time around, Vader just went brutal throughout the whole street, so he had to come out. He couldn't take it. That was his tactics lah. That was Vader's tactics to bait him up.
Correct. Yeah, he was baiting Obi-Wan. Was still damn brutal. So Obi Wan he actually came to help, but then he still ran away. He still ran away, and then of course Vader confronts him, and then Obi Wan asks him, what have you become? And he says, I am what you made me. So that angry kind of thing. And I think all of us got what we wanted. We wanted to see Obi Wan fighting Darth Vader using a lightsaber. Yes, they fought. The music could have been better. I think
Yeah.
the music didn't really make it that epic compared to the Mustafa. But I'm thinking the reason why they do that is because this is not the final duel between them. Yeah.
No, you can see it's not a final because it's like Anakin still has the upper hand or the high ground in this situation. Where we see Obi Wan still, it's not at his full strength. So yeah, I mean every time when Vader was like swinging the saber towards, I was like, oh, is he gonna cut his head off too? Like it was like, I mean, like you can see like that Anakin is still that powerful Jedi that we know, but Obi-Wan is still somewhat maybe could say like like his powers are not at his fullest lah.
And
He's not his final form yet.
and if you pay very close attention, Obi-Wan was struggling with two hands while Vader was just relaxing with one hand.
Yeah.
And it was the simple fights that we see in A New Hope. A New Hope, yeah. You both of them were just standing and swinging sabers. That's what we see in A New Hope. So this one also was the same. They were just swinging sabers while Obi-Wan was like struggling to defend. So like you said, I think there's something bigger coming out, something more badder and hotter. I think they have to spend one episode just for fights. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Something
I
neat,
think that's gonna happen.
I like Obi-Wan's like that particular moment. I like his performance. Like you can see he literally is like choking himself to death. Like I cannot do this. I just want to run away. Like can you just leave me alone?
The only thing I didn't like was that when Vader light up his saber, Obi-Wan didn't. Until Obi-Wan ran away, he was so dark and scared, he heard one sound and then he light up the saber. That's the only thing I didn't like. That means he lit up the saber because he was scared and he couldn't see. There was only two reasons, not to fight or not to defend. No. So that was like pretty bummed out lah. Like such a mad moment to like light up your blue saber,
Right, there was no like.
Yeah, there was no hype for when he did that.
It's like between a fan moment and between like how you carry a character. A fan moment, yes, I also would say I would want him. But as a character, you already know how he's like afraid. He cannot believe that Anakin is alive. Like at that moment, it seemed the character is like so you cannot do much also. Like, you cannot give that. But of course, we'll get that moment towards the final episode. That will definitely happen. Yeah.
And what I love about this scene is because when we watch A New Hope, we know that Darth Vader and Obi-Wan has had many duels before, and that was their final duel, and Obi-Wan died. But this actually shows the first duel between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, because before this he fought with Anakin, and this is the first time with Darth Vader. So this is the first of the many duels that both of them will have. So yeah, it's like amazing to see the beginning of everything, leading up to Star Wars New Hope. So yeah, they're fighting, and then Reva, while she's inspecting this that automated loading bay thing, right? She sees this logo, and this is the logo of the High Republic. Okay, so if you guys want to know more about the High Republic, it was an era probably like 200 years before the events, these new events of the New Hope and everything took place. So this was when the Jedis were in their high time. The land was peaceful. There were no. I think there was the dark side, but then it wasn't. The Jedis were the authority, Yeah, the higher authority. So the new series Acolytes, Star Wars Acolytes is coming. So Acolytes is actually taking place during this High Republic era. So we'll probably see how the era was during the good times and the fun times of the Jedi. So yeah, and she gets angry. Again, she gets angry. So I don't know what explains her anger. Like Eric mentioned, Okay, Eric, you want to say?
Yeah, that's when my percentage went back to 70-30 because she was angry by seeing carvings of uh, was it the High Republic logo? But I think at that point her thought was, oh shit, they ran away. High Republic came and saved them. That was what her thought. But it could still be in a very etchy way where like, oh shit, I missed my chance, to go back to the good side. But I'm not leaning onto it lah. With the way that she was angry, I would say that she's still towards the dark side lah. That's what I can take from it lah.
Okay, thank you, Eric, for your.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Vader and Obi Wan they fight, and then he burns Obi Wan. Of course, the reason why he burns Obi Wan is because he wants Obi Wan to feel the same pain that he had. Of course,
You should
Anakin.
You should have seen the memes of for that scene.
Oh yeah, I didn't see.
Darth Vader waited 10 years just to do what Obi Wan did to him.
Now you feel what I feel. But here's the interesting thing. He didn't actually kill Obi-Wan, He just wanted him to feel the pain, but then he blew the fire off. He still wanted Obi-Wan alive. And then the part where Tala shoots the fire and everything, and Nat 8 came and saved Obi-Wan, Vader just stood there staring. So and if you realize the music wasn't menacing, It was sort of like a sad kind of music. So is this a Vader who still loves his brother?
I don't think so.
My take on theory is that they have other bigger fishes to hunt. Yoda, for example. So knowing Obi-Wan high above the ranks, knowing him there, they know that there's a chance that with the capture of Obi-Wan, they can get to the others. They can fish out the others. They can, capture the others. So why kill Obi-Wan before you get the others, right? He's your best lead to getting the bigger guns like Yoda and who else is out there. So I think it's not that Vader still has mercy for Obi-Wan. I think he's just doing it smartly lah. I think this is most likely by Palpatine, because Palpatine knows all of the Jedi Council, so it must be Palpatine's plan to, don't kill him yet. Let's fish out the big guns, then we go for him.
Mm-hmm. So there's nothing about mercy or anything,
Nah.
because if you look at it,
Yeah, I see. For me, at the end of the day, for me to, at five, I know Vader's character from watching the previous movies and stuff like that. Is that he and Obi-Wan had like how Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon had a relationship. You see, Anakin and Obi-Wan also had a relationship, right? And what do you call and when Padme, before she dies, she told Obi-Wan there is still good in him, So we see that in Return of the Jedi, where at the end he just gave everything up, because his son was there and stuff. So because at the end of the day, I don't think he is filled with rage, because the only reason he is in this position because he just wanted to save his family. That's all he wanted. He didn't want to be in the dark side for gain, for personal gain and stuff like that. He just wanted to save his family. So for me, I think he still loves Obi-Wan, but he still cannot accept the fact that his family is dead. That's what he thinks, right? He currently thinks his whole family died and he couldn't save them, and Obi-Wan stopped him. So he's still filled with anger, but deep down inside, I still feel he has some love for Obi-Wan lah. Not about mercy, but I think he still love Obi-Wan. That's what I think.
like because if you read canonically, Darth Vader, he actually has good in him. He actually has regrets. He regrets about Padme. When he goes into his chamber, he thinks about Padme. So there's still love for the people he loves, but he fuels his anger, and that's why he says that he wears that suit, because that suit is actually an old model. Palpatine insisted that he wear that, so that pain will fuel his anger. So that's the main thing here. He's driven by pain and anger and regret, but that doesn't mean that he's heartless towards the people. So that's why I feel like the part where he doesn't kill Obi-Wan makes sense, like what Eric said. Probably he wants to get information. But that whole scene where Net 8 was just saving Obi-Wan and the fire was between them, and then Obi-Wan, Vader was just staring. He wasn't in
He wants
anger.
to
He
play with his
didn't.
toy.
And no, like the music played a part, He was just staring while Net 8 was just saving him. He was just like staring. He didn't do anything. He didn't force the guards to do something. He could have wiped out the fire like how he did earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like I want to kill you, but at the same time, I'm giving you a chance to escape so that I
I
can
kill you,
kill. Yes, I
No,
can
I
kill
think
it.
because he also knows the state of Obi-Wan, he's not as strong as he used to. Like he's damn weak, lah. Let's just put it that way. So Vader is like high up here, and then Obi-Wan's like here. So he knows, like, chill lah, lepak lah. Let him, do whatever he wants. Don't let him go wherever. Maybe he will lead me to someone else or something else. Then he will.
But
There's so many theories we can do with this lah. To be honest, so many theories we can come up with the scene.
talking about him becoming good, if you all remember, I'm not really sure which Star Wars animated this one was this. Yeah, I think it was Rebels, if I'm not mistaken. There was this one particular, because in canonically, Ahsoka was Anakin's Padawan, right? So at that time, after when he becomes Darth Vader, when Darth Vader encountered Ahsoka and they fought, she used the silence, she hits on the helmet so you can see his eyes. So at that particular moment, when she was talking to him, you can see his pupil go back to this one for a while. At that few seconds, he just became Anakin. He was not Darth Vader. He became Anakin just for a few seconds. But then he became Darth Vader again. Then only he fought her again. Like that, he's still good, but then, like you all said again, he's just driven by pain and anger. Like, yeah.
No, if I remember correctly, I think that that episode, right? I think like something was collapsing or something, and he just looks at her with like asking for mercy,
Yeah.
in that crack. And then I don't know, he tells her to run or something, and then she escapes.
Yeah.
Right, if I'm not mistaken, but I remember what they said, that there was still that Anakin inside there.
Yeah. But the few seconds, like it's like, give me mercy, help me or something like that. But after that, he became Darth Vader all over again.
No, to me, I still like I said just now lah. There's this whole scene where, like, Kylo Ren, once he kills his father, he was supposed to be the best he could be, but it was wrong. He still had holds and hopes on his mother. Only after his mother went, then only he realized that he was supposed to be, one of the good guys. And same thing with Vader, right? Obi-Wan literally let Vader kill him. Why? Because Vader has been fueling up his rage and his anger all towards Obi-Wan. Once Obi-Wan is dead, he has nothing to fuel him up already. What's there to be left? So and we see the same thing with Luke. Luke actually gave up himself. Let Kylo come and attack me and get what he wants. So all that whole idea of, like, let them have just reach that point, then get it, and then just wake up and realize that there's nothing to fight for anymore, and then just wind up in a good side. So I believe they'll still go on to that path lah, but maybe we won't see it lah. I think we won't see it now. It's just the time for Darth Vader to just go bonkers. That is the whole idea. Go bonkers.
So for those of you guys who are watching, you guys let us know what you think. You can put it in the comment. Do you think that there's still some Anakin who loves his brother over there, or Darth Vader who is just full of rage and he just wants to get intel from Obi-Wan? Leave down in your comments, and let us know. We'll do like a voting, and
because Darth Vader is supposed to be Darth Vader all the way until A New Hope, and that's like 30 years, I think. Yeah. Not even A New Hope is until Revenge of the Return of the Jedi. So
Return of the Jedi.
That's like how many years already?
Hey, but don't forget the episode that Harvin told, the fight with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
There was still Anakin in there.
I mean, he's still struggling lah. Like we both say, like just like Kylo, right? He still has the bad and good. He's still struggling. He could have killed Rey so many times by just entering, tapping her through her force, but he didn't. It's that how to say that fight between good and light and bad, light and good, light and dark.
Light and dark.
Light and dark.
Light and good. Light and So yeah, they fight and then Obi Wan manages to escape. Tala saves him, and at the ending of the episode, we see Reva chasing Leia. Don't know whether she successfully kidnapped Leia, or maybe in the later episode we see, they're fighting Reva or something. But yeah, that's the end of episode 3. I like how we had a very deep discussion into about this Darth Vader thing. But yeah, like I mentioned, I think we would really love to have your opinion. So make sure to leave it in the comments of what you guys think, or anything aside from that. Any theories that you guys have of how the series is going to go, whether Obi-Wan has a brother or not, or that kind of thing. Yeah, just let us know. Okay, so yeah, basically that's it for Obi-Wan episode 3. So let's wait for next week. I'm not sure whether is it coming out next Wednesday or is it coming out on Friday, because I feel like Disney Plus is just surprising us. But yeah, let's wait and see. And till then, we are the Geek Street, and the street has spoken, and may the force be with you. Take care. Bye.
Alright.
Bye bye.